Good morning, children. In this session, we will start with a new chapter, Nutrition. I will be discussing about classes of nutrients and take up 3 classes of nutrients in detail. First, let us get acquainted with the term nutrition. Supply of essential organic and inorganic chemical compounds, that is proteins, carbohydrates, vitamins, salts, to the body is called nutrition. Now, what are nutrients? The chemical compounds, that is the organic as well as inorganic compounds, are called nutrients. You all are aware why we need nutrition. Let me briefly discuss about the need of nutrition. We need nutrition for growth, that is increasing the number of cells. Nutrition is also needed to repair the injured cells. Of course, nutrition provides energy by which we perform various life functions. Nutrition also protects us from disease and infection. Now, let's learn about classes of nutrients. There are 6 classes of nutrients: carbohydrates, fats, proteins, mineral salts, vitamins and water. Let's understand carbohydrates in detail. Carbohydrates are composed of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. And hydrogen and oxygen are always in the ratio of 2:1. As you all are aware that carbohydrates provide energy. There are 3 different types of carbohydrates: monosaccharides, disaccharides and polysaccharides. Monosaccharides and disaccharides are soluble sugars, whereas polysaccharides is an insoluble carbohydrate. What are monosaccharides? Monosaccharides are basically simple sugars. They are made up of single sugar, and the chemical formula is C6H12O6. As examples, we have glucose, fructose and galactose. Disaccharides are double sugars and the chemical formula is C12H22O11. Here we can see that hydrogen to oxygen ratio is 2:1. And as examples, we have sucrose, maltose, lactose. Disaccharides are double sugars, so they are made up of 2 simple sugars. Sucrose is made up of glucose and fructose. Maltose or malt sugar is made up of 2 glucose molecules, whereas lactose or milk sugar is made up of glucose and galactose. Now we will know about the polysaccharides. Here we have 3 types of polysaccharides: starch, cellulose and glycogen. As we all know, starch is present in potatoes, grains, that is rice, maize, wheat, barley, whereas cellulose is found in cell walls of the plants. The third polysaccharide, glycogen, is found in the liver. Basically, the glucose get converted to glycogen and are stored in the liver. Here we have a term called roughage. What is roughage? Roughage is non-digestible cellulose. We find roughage in fruits, raw vegetables. Cellulose does not get digested in our food canal. Now, why is it so? Because we do not have cellulose digesting enzyme. This undigested cellulose is fibrous in nature and acts as roughage. Roughage is very essential to our body, children. Being fibrous, this roughage, that is cellulose, absorbs a lot of water and retains it, and thus helps in keeping the fecal matter soft and prevents constipation. Now children, let's move on to the second class of nutrients: fats. Fats are also composed of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. They provide more energy than carbohydrate. Fats is an important storage form of food. Now let's come to the third class, that is the proteins. Proteins contain carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen. Nitrogen is the most essential element in proteins, and the smallest unit of protein is the amino acids. What is the function of proteins? It helps for growth and for repair of body cells. At times of emergency, it is also oxidized to release energy. Deficiency of proteins leads to weakness, but its severe deficiency causes two diseases, kwashiorkor and marasmus. Kwashiorkor, it affects children from 1 to 5 years of age, whereas marasmus, it affects infants up to 1 year of age. The main symptom of kwashiorkor is the child suffering from this disease has a belly protruding out and a stunted growth. And the symptoms for marasmus is that the child is very weak, and they are so weak that the ribs appear prominent. These diseases can be controlled by providing the child protein-rich diet like pulses, milk, egg, fish and meat. That's it for today, children. We'll cover the rest of the classes in the coming session. Take care. Thank you.